Hello there, Internet. Version 2 here with Let's Play NieR. Today, it's come down to this. We have all 5 keys. Let's bring the fight to the motherfucking Shadowlord and get Yonah back. We're finally here. We've stopped distracting ourselves with side quests. We're gonna fucking do it. Dad said he'd come home for my birthday, but I want to celebrate his birthday once in a while. Don't worry, Yonah.
Such an ominous
Celebrate
sight.
birthdays together.
And yet I find it strangely nostalgic.
Well, you were trapped here for a while. Like,
This is where Vice and I first met.
a long ass time ago.
Wow! This is where you used to live, Vice?
Was trapped in between
Well,
two things, yeah.
Yes, I suppose. In a technical sense.
In a technical sense.
Pretty nice digs for a floating magazine.
Magazine?
At least it was free from annoying hussies like yourself.
Always bickering and just constantly making that sound. Okay, well, let's get past this barrier and go into the door there. You cannot turn back from this point. Continue? Yes.
And now the path is open.
The 5 keys shall open this door so we can go in through the electronic door in the Lost Shrine. That was clearly electronic, the way that opened. And locked too. Death confirmation 2030. Body 99.999% likely that of a red eye. Death of red eye confirmed. 13th Expeditionary Force ordered home. Legion movements untraceable. Back in 2030. Game started in what, 2050 I believe? Anyway, welcome to this room. Big metal doors. Big concrete hallway. Lights that very distinctly of electronic light bulbs of some description underneath the stairs and everything. Welcome to the Shadowlord's castle. Looking very different in every way to the rest of the game. If you're tuning in for the first time this episode, the rest of the game does not look like this. Well, but environment design is at least not looking like this. Hey birdies. Your little nesting basin there. Nice digs this dude's got. Expensive statues. A city over there that you can see. That is very much not where we just were in the Lost Shrine at all. Looking very different. And this is the point where it's just like, what the fuck is actually happening? What the fuck is the Shadowlord's deal? Like, buildings like this, both where we are now and out there, this isn't where the Lost Shrine was. This isn't like any other buildings that we know. Oh, no! You can't go through the door. And just so the game gets the point across that you know what to do, let's emphasize on those birdies again, shall we? Let's just skip that. You have to go to the birds, obviously. But it gives you that re-emphasis just to make sure you know. Oh, and by the way, while we're here, where is it? Where's the box for it? Where it at? Where is it at? I forget. There's a box in here that's important. Where is it? I thought it was them, but no. Where is it? There it is. Hey! New weapon! The Phoenix Sword! Which, with the Phoenix Spear, and the Phoenix Sword there, and the Phoenix Dagger, we've now got every Phoenix weapon! Hey! Right in the final one, they've got to give you the last Phoenix weapon. But I'm sticking with this, obviously, because it's upgraded. Hey birdies, how are you? Birds have a weird voice. Birds speak weird. Must answer.
It can talk.
Which one is talking? Or are they speaking together? Why did they all fuck off?
How should I know?
The hell should I know?
Patience. I believe this is some manner of password.
I appreciate NieR's just fuck off. What? Like, not dealing with it?
Password.
Yes, The correct answer should grant us access to the castle.
Instead of teleporting us back and forth all the
I
time.
feel confident I have heard this somewhere before.
Alright, well then, Weiss, you take it. Who does the job? I ask. Why did humans disappear from the world? You must answer. So, there's a set of options and you gotta choose the right one each time. Because their lives are short or because of a black disease. Well, I mean, this one seems pretty obvious in terms of what's happening currently.
I answer because of a black disease.
How can humans extend their lives? By acquiring leaves of the sacred tree or by separating body from soul? It's this one.
I answer by separating body from soul.
All of the cures that we've tried to fix the black scroll so far in the game have not worked. Forest of Myth, Shaman Fish, none of them worked.
I ask, what is the destination?
Once they've been separated, what is the destination of a soul? In the Promised Land, bursting with light, or they are placed in their corresponding shells. It's the corresponding shells one. All of the answers that we're giving are very technical answers, as opposed to heavenly stuff, or because their lives are short. Like, it's all... No, there's a disease. If we separate things and put them in shells, we can fix it.
I answer they are placed in their corresponding shells.
We're giving very technical answers. That's how you know what the correct ones are. Because this answer and the previous one, you don't really know that throughout the game. Like, you just gotta know that. I mean, you can always just answer, get the wrong ones, and then work out the real ones, which I think is actually the intention, but we are now master. Let us enter the castle.
Then, seems the way is open.
Well, there we go. Now we can continue on. We can actually go through the Shadowlord's castle.
It's the twins from your village.
Hi, Devila. Hi, Popola.
Devila, what are you doing here?
So,
Hey, any chance you'll just go back to the village?
you mean after all of this time that we've spent getting the keys, going through everything and the sealed verses, at this point you're asking us to just go back to the village? You have to know what the answer is going to be to this.
This is a very dangerous place.
Well, yeah, it's the Shadowlords. We
Even
know
if you
this.
can find Yonah here, you probably can't get her out.
How did you get here?
What are you doing?
We're asking questions right now.
Fucking smartasses. I'm here to rescue Yonah. Why are those here? They're right. Let's go back to the village. That is not an answer. I'm here to rescue Yonah.
No dice, huh? Well, I guess we don't have a choice.
How have you, like, surely you know that NieR is so singly focused on rescuing Yonah
No,
that
I
he wouldn't
suppose
give
not.
up.
How sad.
Hi, Devler and Popola.
We didn't want to fight you. It's true. We didn't want to.
Remember way back when Kaine and Amir were kicked from the village? And NieR said, I know Devler and Popola aren't responsible, but if they are, and the violent things he would do to them as a result. Yeah.
Never thought you'd grow to be this powerful.
This is madness. Why do you block our path?
Why are you getting in the way?
You have no cause to speak so with us, Grimoire Weiss. You are a traitor.
Weiss is a traitor. So Devler and Popola, who are now attacking us. So, hi Devler and Popola. Yeah, I did enough damage to skip that with the one attack at the beginning.
What now?
I have the ability to attack Weiss directly. Who's in a lot of pain as a result of it, it sounds.
They copied my powers.
Yup, they now have the sealed verses.
Shit on the shingle.
Oh my
You
god.
can use the sealed
Shit on a shingle.
Of course we can. The power came from us in the first place. We simply loaned you a small portion.
They were the ones who had the sealed verses the whole time.
Are you alright?
Devil, why are you doing this?
Just trying to delay it out while they do their things. Yeah, they're doing big punches to me. You go away. Oh, the amount of damage that I do. The amount of damage I do with this Phoenix Spear is absurd. Maybe I should have left it on hard. Oh well.
The answer to every riddle lies within the heart of the Shadowlord.
The Shadowlord? You've been on his side this whole time?
Everything that has happened,
You must search for that answer yourself.
these two set up.
You've got to face your own truth now. Please, enter the Shadowlord's castle.
You wanted us to leave before, but now you're inviting us in. Bye, you two floating into the sky and running away. Obtain Shadowlord's castle map.
Devila and Popola are fighting us.
Permission
They
granted.
do seem to be putting us through a great deal.
I think that's for beating them under a certain time limit, because I'm doing so much damage.
You alright there?
How odd. For long years, my mind and tongue have been my greatest assets.
And now they're
Now
failing
the
you.
latter seems to be here.
What?
Don't look at me like that.
You doing alright
I
there?
am Grimoire Weiss. I am perfectly.
You sure about that, Weiss?
I think I hear a waltz.
So, yeah, you know how it was Devila and Popola who told Yonah to go to the Lost Shrine at the beginning of the game? Or they mentioned to her that a cure might be at a tree there for the Black Scroll, so they didn't say Yonah go there, but they told Yonah that a cure might be at the tree at the Lost Shrine to go there, and us going there ended up finding Weiss. And then a possible cure could be found by getting all of the sealed verses to bring Weiss back up to power. And then us doing that made the Shadowlord fight us. And then from that point on, they said that the way to get access to the Shadowlord's castle is to get the keys. Devila and Popola have been the ones who have been telling us to do everything this whole time. And everything that they've told us to do has led to the Shadowlord having Yonah and us coming to this castle with Weiss. They've been setting it up since the beginning. They are the ones responsible for us getting to this point. Transition into sleep mode in 2034. Transition into sleep mode is proceeding smoothly. All that remains is to pray for Project Assault's ultimate success. May God have mercy on us all. So yeah, Devil and Popola have kind of been fucking us since the beginning. This whole time. They've been turning around on us. But when we finally get here, they turn around and ask us to leave. And now we're being told to, now we're being invited in. And by the way, here's the waltz. Fucking hologram ghost dancing. Because if you wanted this game to do weird things that you don't quite understand, well, here you
Certainly is a
go.
grand affair.
Hi there, ghosts.
Bunch of dancing bastards.
What are you doing?
Ah, how royal ball, how utterly
Bye. Hello. Yup, let us fight these dancing ghosts turning into shades. I'm not locked in here with you, you're locked in here with me! Ow. And I do so much damage. It's kinda nuts. Hey, a word! Experience rate up. Oh, that's a good experience rate up. Oh, I was supposed to change my words around so I don't have item things. But I don't know if I need more attack power on my weapons. Part of me wants to switch back to another weapon because I'm doing so much damage. Because I'm kind of, like, tearing apart these enemies way more than I'm probably meant to. Bunch of dancing bastards. Hey, armor break on a weapon. Cool. Bye. Oh my god. This Phoenix Spear is fucking insane. Ah, level 4 Phoenix Spear. Let's do this. Just kill everything in pretty much one hit. I got the time trial thing for Devil and Popola without even really trying. In fact, I slowed it down at some point. Because I'm pretty sure that, because a lot of the bosses in the game have trophies for beating them under a time limit. I was just like, I know I'm not going to fucking do that, so I wasn't even trying for any of them. But that one I accidentally got. Hoodalop. Yeah, knockback resistant. So you go by. We're leveling up because that's what we need to be even more powerful. So yeah, the dancing goes to turning into shades, which is fucked up. Have you considered not? Have you considered not turning into shades, motherfuckers? Stop trying to attack us. Oh, hey, look, it's that birdie thing. The ones I've been trying to kill in the desert. Hey, they're really difficult to deal with these sometimes. But when you get them, they're just dangerous. Man, maybe I should have left it on hard. Have I been playing the whole game on hard? I don't think I have. Metal piercing! I think that's one of the things that I actually needed for the item grinding. Well, it's good that I'm getting this now at the end of the game. Fuck you up. Up, yeah, we go.
They won't stop coming.
Oh, hey!
I'll open the next door. Cover
All the
me.
ghosts are dead.
Oh, I do love a good dance.
Subdued bracelet. I think that's another one I needed. Hey, they're giving it to me now. Now that I'm at the end of the game when it's not needed at all. I guess I'm fighting more now than I normally do. The whole desert has like 3. Alright, protect Kaine. Well, we'll just attack these.
Come on. Oh, come on.
Go, Kaine, go!
Hurry!
Yeah, push the door open.
Do I look like a goddamn locksmith to you?
We'll just kick it open. Or something. Look pretty damn strong.
Oh, you idiot, what are you doing?
Lock doesn't want to open? Fine. I'll just break it down.
Yeah, kick it!
Goddamn no good bullshit bastard. Come on.
Bah! Fuck you, Kaine!
Got it.
Kaine, look out.
Oh, hello there! A shitload of shades hiding behind the door. And they seem pissed. Oh, they're bowling me over!
These things are freaking me out.
They're freaking me out. Whatever they're doing, they're freaking me out. We got a bunch of balls attacking us.
What's wrong?
She was knocked over by them. They all land on top of her. They might be very heavy. We don't know. Alright, let's go to Kaine. There we go. We helped her up, I guess.
You okay?
Yeah, but we got problems.
Oh, hello there. Another one of you flying ones. How are you? Oh, they're all... okay. They're all teaming up. Well, I mean, they're shades. They team up. But they're teaming up for real. Not just for play. Hello! You know how we fought that one boar before and it was difficult? Welcome to a boar shade! A touch up from a wolf shade. Fuck.
No need for you, asshole.
Yeah, fuck you, yeah! Get out of here, fuck you! Fuck you!
Got it.
No forgiveness, yeah! What's up, Wes? Hello! Armor now! Hello! And now you've got armor. Ah! Bonk! Ah! A dirge for the hero! I think that's another time trial one. Oh, I'm doing this way faster than I should. Okay, maybe I should switch to a different weapon. Fuck it. What's a good powerful sword that's not like 700 fucking damage? What's my most powerful sword? Beastbane? That's pretty powerful. Oh, Ancient Overlord's actually pretty good. Oh, but Phoenix Dagger is already too... Fuck it. Phoenix 1, just so I'm not using something that's overpowered as fuck. Yeah! It's still doing a lot of damage. I'm also just a high level. Hello! How are you? Rah! Bye there. Flonk. And health back! Yeah, because this thing's actually strong enough to just get health back. And now it's poisoning the fucking air. It's just poisoning the air now. So, kill it quickly.
Damn it.
Kill it quickly while it poisons the air.
Kaine.
And back up again!
Don't fall victim to such distraction.
An incredibly powerful shade.
We have to keep going.
Go! Stop it before the poison mist. gets to us. Go away! Ah!
This way, move!
Run away from it! Run! Because it's, even though we're doing a shitload of damage, we clearly can't do that much to it because, fuck. Run, Emil! I mean, you're flying, but run!
Up here.
Oh, well, you teleported, I guess. Let's go! Oh, actually, wait, before we go. No, before we go. Almost forgot. Is it this way? One of these boxes is important, I think. Which box is it? This one! Yeah, it's a weapon. Another new weapon! Dragoon Lance. Alright, final new weapon. Let me prove it. Wait. Weapons collector! Yeah, 100% of weapons. There's final weapons in this area. Where's the Dragoon Lance? There it is. Look at this thing. Rah! Big pointy one. But we'll use this. It's a lance, so it's the preferred moveset, and it doesn't do 700 fucking damage to be overpowered as shit. I can't believe the Phoenix Spear is so fucking powerful. It's absurd. It's great. Oh, I'll take that while I'm here, so I can pick that up. Alright. Hi there! Run! Run! Because it is chasing us up the stairs now.
Hurry!
Run! It's kind of catching up to us, actually. Run! 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 Run the fuck away! Jesus Christ, this thing will not stop. The most relentless, persistent fucking shade we've fought in this entire game so far. We've knocked out its health by how many times and it's still chasing us? Alright, well, let's go while we
Damn
can.
it, I can't get it open.
Well, kinda, you're not even there trying. Hello again! Motherfucker, always here. Go away!
While it's down.
Get out of here! Fuck off! I'm still doing shitloads of damage. I think I'm just also a high level because of the amount of time that I tried to do item grinding. So I've just leveled up a bunch. Ah, like this weapon's not even upgraded. You go away! Rah! Get out of here! Fuck you! And health up once again. And poison mist attack again. This thing is so relentlessly sturdy. Like, how many times have we quote unquote killed it now? And there we were. Yeah, we did a lot of damage and we pretty much did kill it. But hey, now we're dying because of the poison fog. So yeah. And a bunch of spears! What? Yo! It's the king of the sword! Making an unexpected appearance in the final fucking thing! Yo! Let's do this! All the warriors together! Unseal the exits! Let our friends through! And hear the music that we get playing? Yeah! We get the music from Fira. Hey guys, listen up! Yo! Oh, my citizens were speaking of your latest adventure. This is the castle of the Shadowlord, is it not? Yes. Rah! Then we have a common enemy. Ah. Yes, they're working against Shadowlord too. We'll hold this one. Please keep moving. Yo! We are the people of the mask! We'll stand our ground until the last breath. I swore it upon Fira's grave. Yo! People of the mask helping us! Get in there! I swore to become a good and just ruler who would protect people from shades. Yo, they got the door open! Go rescue the one you hold most dear. Attack shit out of it! Attacking at this point does nothing. You can't kill at this point. Run! Run away while it's poisoning us!
Hey, stop! Let me go! Stop it! King!
ギ後でありくらさ
Bye, King!
No! Open the door! You can't fight them on your own!
さらゆうくく大田沖アルタイルト来るとこ
Go and kill the Shadowlord. You must know the joy of having your the one you love by your side. Something that the king cannot feel anymore. So,
ケイタルイト
how many rules are there about what to say before dying in battle?
Give thee
58.
深く石ぎし
How do you remember all these things?
心中カレルタ改ざんテラス
How strong I am kind of takes away from how difficult this fight is meant to be, but
ウラーヌペルアどっち
Open the damn door!
Come on. Let's go.
Kaine.
He's fighting for you. And for Fira. Don't let him die for nothing.
if he's gonna die, we at least need to continue.
My friend.
And that's how the King of Facade meets his end. We helped him a lot through a lot of things, and in the end, he gives our life so we can continue going on, so we can get our daughter back. Good on you, King. You're a fucking insane, brave warrior, along with all of your followers who also died. A lot of them died. Like, a lot of people died. Hey, recovery potion! That's a fucking big one. And all health. Well, we'll use the health south, because I can pick up another one of those now. Attack this. See? This, my friends, is known as a boss fountain. Health salve, health salve, health salve, and the strength capsules. They really intended you to take longer on that. Once again, I'm going to swap back to my Phoenix Sword. No, that Phoenix Sword is the two-handed one. No. Phoenix Dagger. Our new one that we got, yeah. Wait, was the Phoenix Dagger or Phoenix Sword that we picked up in here? I don't even remember. Was it the Phoenix Sword that we picked up in here? It might have been this that we picked up in here. And it's got a little chain on there. I don't know. I'm going to go back to the one-handed one, though. Phoenix Dagger, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And there's all those. Alright. Onwards we go. Continue marching over onwards. Actually, so I don't use overpowered weapons, but I still use something cool. You know what I should use? If we're gonna go for it, we're gonna go for it. No, that's the wrong thing. Where is it? Is it the Beast Lord? Beast Lord! The one from the fucking thumbnails and shit. Let's use this. And we're not gonna use my Phoenix Spear, because it's actually I knew it would be powerful. I didn't think it would be too powerful. But if we're gonna go for something, let's go for the one on the fucking thumbnail. Beast Lord! You're not too overpowered to trivialize the end of this game. Although my level also trivializes the end of this game a lot. I really should have left on hard. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's story, not gameplay. Alright, death confirmation once again. So yeah, another group of people have died in our helps to stop the Shadowlord. Just this time they legitimately gave themselves up instead of us killing everyone in the area. Hello again, Devler and Poplar. At this giant fucking boardroom meeting, I guess. With office chairs and a stage and a podium. And everything. Again, everything about this place looking very, very different to the rest of the game.
Oh, look. You made it.
You don't sound too happy about
We've
that.
been waiting for so long.
You also told me to leave, but yes, you've been waiting for a while.
What's going on?
It began 1,300 years ago.
That's a long ass time ago. Also known as when the game started, I believe. Is that when the game started? Yeah. When the game originally started.
Humanity, finding itself on the brink of extinction, undertook a last-ditch rescue plan called Project Gestalt.
Something that we have seen in those loading screen things a number of times.
Gestalt?
Because remember, at the beginning of the game, NieR was still being attacked by shades. And that was about 1,300 years ago.
Do you still not remember, Grimoire Weiss? Then let's give you a refresher.
Plot dump, plot dump, plot dump, plot dump! Very, very, very important documents you just saw. Don't worry about having to pause them or anything. We've got the documents. We'll be able to read them in a second. It is all extremely important information that they flash
Nice.
by you in a second.
My mind.
Weiss is breaking a lot during this. Devler and Poplar are fucking him up by stealing his powers and unleashing documents on him.
I remember.
He's struggling to hold it all together.
Devler, Poplar, you are not human. In fact. Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, sometimes the truth can be a real bitch. You want to finish that thought for him, sister?
Oh, Devler. Always being
All
Devler.
of us, every person standing in this room, are mere shells created by the true humans.
Every one of us here. All of us. Shells created by the true
You
humans.
lie.
You lie!
Not this time. You're not human. None of us are.
No one here is a human
So
being.
then humans, I mean the true humans, they're extinct?
No, they still live on. You know them as shades.
Yup! You know all the shades that we've been killing throughout the game? That was humans. All of them were human beings. As in, you and me human beings. When the apocalypse happens, instead of being apocalypsed, they got turned into shades. You know, the enemies that we've been going through and killing a fuckload of this game? Them.
Each shade is a twisted remnant of what was once a human being.
Human beings that we have killed in the countless of hundreds, if not thousands. Most definitely thousands with the 5-year time skip and the time before the game before we set off with NieR. A lot of them.
Crazy, huh? Now let's skip the part where you stand there with your mouths agape and just get down to business.
And then it's like, yeah, whatever.
Wait.
And NieR is just like, wait, what the fuck are you talking
Sorry,
about?
but we're gonna be needing that shell of yours. The rightful owner has been waiting for a very long time. Please don't be
1300
angry with
years.
us. We are only doing our duty.
I don't know, Devil seems to be enjoying it. Not you,
Under the
Pop, but
command of the true humans, we live eternally for the sole purpose of controlling others. That's the only reason we exist.
they've been
You have your
orchestrating
own
this
motives, your own
for
desires,
1300 years.
and we have ours. I fear it really is just that simple.
Don't speak such foolish mess.
Sorry.
And fight begins. But before fight begins, let us take a moment to read those very, very important documents that they flashed by us for a second. Let us learn what the fuck they are talking about in terms of all of this shit. Project Gestalt Report 923. As noted in the previous report, implementation of Gestalt mode can prevent the white chlorination syndrome we recently experienced. Transfer of bodily information to civilization-repressed replicants is proceeding as planned, with the genes of the originals safely stored inside. Our role as surveillance androids to prepare for when the incurable bacterial disease eventually dies out is also underway. So far, this is proceeding without issue. Codename Popular. So, things that I will explain a couple of things that aren't explicitly explained in the game. So, white chlorination syndrome. I mentioned at the beginning of this game that it takes place. I think I mentioned at the beginning of the game. The storyline that this takes place in is after ending E or something of the first Drakengard game. In the ending for that, Kaim, the hero is the wrong word. Protagonist is almost the wrong word. The playable character of the original Drakengard, the ending E in that, because it has a bunch of endings. Ending E in that is Kaim, the player character, and the final boss, a big fuck off dragon god or king or something, get teleported into Tokyo in our world. It takes place 100% in a fantasy land, but ending E is they get teleported into Tokyo. Now, what happened from that point on is the result of Kaim and a dragon, beings with magical forces and everything, coming into our world means that magic started existing in our world, But also, the white chlorination syndrome started happening. And what the white chlorination syndrome is, I believe the explanation for it is, like, the god of the magic, or the god of the Dragon King, or whatever, basically infects people with this bacteria and is submit to me or suffer. And a lot of people don't submit. So, the white chlorination syndrome affects them, turning their entire body into salt. You want to know why at the very, very beginning of the game, how I really enjoyed the snowfall over the city, and then they drop you with summer? Like, it's just like 2050, and it's snowing. Then it's summer 2050, to let you know that something's fucked up to be snowing in summer. That's because it's not snowing. It's because all of that snow is salt off of all of the hundreds of millions of people who have been turned to salt as a result of the white chlorination syndrome. And a lot of humanity is getting infected with the bacterial disease that causes it to happen. It wasn't snow, it was salt. Now, that's fucked up. And it took this long to learn why that summer thing was there to let you know that it's fucked up. But basically, the plan was humanity started getting wiped the fuck out because everyone was turning into salt. So, the idea was, what if a person and their bodily information is taken out of their body and we store it there until that bacteria disease just eventually is no longer a problem. And then we can put people back in their bodies once this bacteria has stopped killing everyone. That was the original plan. And then this document discusses potential strategies for the relapse cases we have observed in recent years. The term relapse, of course, refers to the catastrophic loss of sentience seen in certain gestalts. This syndrome has defied even our most pessimistic initial estimates and continues to trend upward with disturbing speed. With some relapse gestalts beginning to attack replicants, there is an urgent need to take comprehensive action. We remain convinced that an unknown technological defect in the Gestalt transformation process is responsible for the condition, but so far have been unable to confirm this theory. Research of this condition is now our top priority, and looks likely to continue for some time. So, people like NieR, people like Kaine, all of the people in our village outside Devon Poplar, they're the replicants. They are the clones of the original humans, like the Gestalts. The human bodies, the human minds that were taken out of the bodies, were meant to be put back into once the white chlorination syndrome stopped being a problem. But while we'll use for lack of a better term, the soul was taken out of the body, while that happened, some of those souls ended up relapsing and started attacking people, started becoming reckless and violent. Also known as becoming shades. You know how we saw those ghosts that were dancing there? They're gestalts. And they relapse and attack us as shades. They were all humans, and we saw them dancing as humans. And then they became shades to attack us, and then we killed them. So, yeah. And there's something happening, there's something wrong with turning people into gestalts that is causing that to happen. That is why, at the very beginning of the game, we were still attacking shades. Right at the beginning of it, while white chlorination was still a thing. Project Gestalt 10432. Shorthand minutes of case 23. Emergency Response Conference. Committee. Special meeting. Issue. Observed upward trends in relapses. Noted and discussed. Issue. Acceleration of restored schedule. Approved. Report. Debate of using codename NieR for human restoration schedule. Report. Preparations to launch Weiss decoding system for above. Report. Order collection of guidance and release code for NieR alongside Weiss launch. So the idea is that, and you can see Ruben is there too, I think. There's meant to be a shitload of different books, but most of them don't matter. Like, there's side stories that reveal about the other books. So the idea is that Weiss when forcibly fused with, well, I mean, forcibly, it'd be willing in the original thing, because Weiss was never meant to abandon everything and forget everything. Weiss and NieR, when they combine, force all of the Gestalts to then be able to enter their replicant bodies. That's the idea. NieR and Weiss were created to put the Gestalts back into their replicants once white chlorination was solved. But we're mentioned in this as well. We're an important part of this, that we're mentioned. And here we get to the final Gestalt report. We've determined that the rise of relapses was due to an unexpected spike in the sentience of replicants, as well as genetic instability within the original Gestalt. It seems the original's effect on bodies that have undergone the Gestalt process was not anticipated in advance. Immediate action must be undertaken to identify the links between this trend and the original Gestalt, along with its daughter, the relapsed case known as Yonah. The observer contact group is growing uneasy, so finding a solution to the relapse issue should be considered a top priority. This is the fucked part. So, the main reason for why Gestalts, the Shades, are relapsing and becoming violent and, Shade-like, the reason that is happening is because the replicants, us, the NieR we've been playing as, Yonah, all the villagers, as they become more... they were meant to just be shells, but as they started gaining sentience, more Gestalts started relapsing and becoming Shades. So the more sentience and the more the replicants build up their own society and everything, the stronger the Shade problem becomes, because more sentience means more Shades on a widespread level. And I don't know if it's technically spoilers, but it's worth mentioning here. The black scroll that Yonah's affected with, from my memory / understanding, the black scroll starts affecting you once your Gestalt starts relapsing too much. So also, with all the Gestalts relapsing and becoming Shades, more and more people are going to be affected by the black scroll. As time goes on and they gain more sentience, the Shade problem gets worse. The black scroll problem becomes worse. That's why when it's grown so much that they kind of resemble a society again, that's why the black scroll is at its worst it's ever been, with more cases happening over and over and over. I need to grab a charger for my controller too. So, yeah, as our society increases and becomes better, it's gonna cause problems because of the very nature of it. And again, also, don't think it spoils it in terms of original. The original Gestalt is NieR. You know the NieR that we were playing at the very beginning of the game? The reason that it works like that is all of the Gestalts they had at the beginning were very quickly and rapidly becoming Shades, and shit was fucked. So they're just like, okay, there's some problem with this. How do we fix this? They issued out, I believe it's Grimoire NieR, it might be another one. That book that they touch at the end, the idea was they sent that book out to a fuckload of people to hope that one of them could touch it and or use it to become a Gestalt, and they could find a Gestalt that was able to turn into a Gestalt without having a problem. The person who that was, who didn't have a problem turning into a Gestalt, was the NieR we were playing as at the very beginning of the game. They touched the book and managed to become a Gestalt, and they're fine. So, they use that as a basis to turn all of the other people into Gestalts, so it doesn't always freak out. Which means that, yes, the Shadowlord is the NieR that we were playing as at the beginning of the game. The Shadowlord is the original Shade that controls all the other Shades. The original Gestalt that all of the other Gestalts that managed to actually successfully turn into proper Gestalts is based off of. That's why the Shadowlord wants Yonah back. The Shadowlord kidnaps our daughter Yonah because his daughter has relapsed, hoping that if he can take the replicant Yonah, he can help his relapsed Gestalt Yonah. That's why the Shadowlord kidnapped Yonah to begin with. When I first played this game, and this was fucking revealed to me, along with most people I know who, when they first realized this shit, it's what the fuck to every single aspect of this. It's the most out of fucking, every aspect of it is the most out of fucking left field. Just whoa. Everyone we're playing as is a fucking, like, robot? The NieR we're playing as is a robot. Designed so the Shadowlord can eventually take over his body. Just they didn't anticipate these robot bodies to gain sentience, and that's causing problems for both the replicants and the Gestalts. It's also why NieR Replicant and NieR Gestalt, that's why they're those are the two names of the two versions. So yeah, that's the true nature of what the Shadowlord is and what Deviler and Popola have been doing. Deviler and Popola have been overlooking the replicants all of this time to keep them managed and everything. That was their whole plan. Deviler and Popola, they're not replicants. They're just straight up androids. Androids created to overlook the Gestalt project as it continues on and to take care of the replicants as time goes on. With that out of the way, let's fight.
We're the same. You and us, tools in the hands of a master.
I'm nothing like you. None of us are.
Notice the music playing? That awesome song that we got when we were fighting the Shadowlord earlier? Yeah, there's a reason that Deviler and Popola were singing when we were fighting the Shadowlord before. Because Deviler and Popola work for the Shadowlord. And now they're singing their music. Yeah! My big... Man, this weapon is so bad. Two-handed weapons are not great in this. Right. Stop it! Stop it! Yeah! So we've got Deviler here being the physical expert going in and attacking us, and we've got Popola up there who's casting all the magic and doing all the dances and everything to summon magic to help Deviler as Deviler tries to attack us physically. So yeah, this music that we got earlier for a fight, for it to be dramatic, is a lot more somber now. Now that you understand the proper meaning behind it. Well, hey, at least this weapon is making this fight actually somewhat difficult, instead of just an absolute cakewalk. So we can feel the emotion of having to attack and defeat our friends from earlier on, like this. This amazing song that they were singing before, and it's now being used as their boss theme. And it makes sense that it was, like, that it was playing during the Shadowlord. It's just like, no, it's playing during the Shadowlord because it's like in the library, it's like in the village, so yeah. It's like, no, it was playing during the Shadowlord fight because Deviler and Popola are working for the Shadowlord. You get a lot of like tiny little things where it's just like, there could be something with like Deviler and Popola with the Shadowlord. I mean, you even get the thing where it's just like, NieR, like, says in his dream, it's just like, if they turn out to be behind her, I'm gonna kill them. It's like, because they are behind it.
Deviler?
And
Deviler!
And we've defeated Deviler.
Hey, Popola. You crying? No! Don't die! You know, I understand now why we're twins. It's because we were born without souls. Deviler! I can't stop the bleeding. Oh God, I can't stop it! This world is too lonely for one without a soul. There's too much emptiness. Our souls are missing. But our tears still work. That's kind of weird. Sorry, sis. I love you.
They still very much have emotions, and they still very much didn't want to fight us.
Don't you go!
But they have their motives and we have
Leave me
ours.
alone. Devil!
Popola. Let's stop this now.
Stop. Stop. You want me to stop? You think I have the luxury to stop? You cut down my sister like an animal, and you tell me to stop?
Popola, wait! It doesn't have to.
No one stops! It's way too late to stop! No one stops!
And I just want to point out the incredibly depressing music choice that they have here now.
Those two have
Well,
watched
okay.
the world
Before I do that,
without
so I
time
can
in the
talk
world.
about this. Let me just defend, because I can defend forever and not worry about it. Take damage because all the magic. Okay. So the music that we're getting, it's the song that they were singing before. You know, the song that was playing during their boss fight, the Shadowlord's boss fight. We've only got one vocal track now.
It's the only way.
We've only got Popola singing on her own now. A moment that is made significantly sadder when you remember the side quest that we had, where Popola stopped singing one day and Devila became the singer. And then she eventually was just like, well, with this drink, I will willingly sing with my sister. And now, to drive the point home of how alone she is, the song that Popola didn't want to sing, she is now singing on her own because her sister's dead. And it's... for a music choice, it says, like, it drives a point home so strongly, and it's just... ugh.
Devil, no. No stopping. No stopping ever.
She's slightly pissed that we killed her sister, which is understandable. They've been taking care of this project for 1,300 years, watching the world slowly die. Because again, they still very much show that they care about us. They care about NieR, and they don't want to fight NieR. They still very much care about us, and they've had to watch so much of just them dying and the world dying for 1,300 years. And now the one person that was helping her handle all that is dead. Of course she would lose her mind.
It'll be all right. You know, when I was young, I hated my eyes. And now that I'm older, I hate what my body has become. But there's something else there now. Something like pride. You know? I mean, without all this, I couldn't have become your friend. Goodbye, my friends. Thank you for everything.
Emil.
For so long, all I could do was destroy. But now, I have a chance to save something.
No!
And after we have to deal with the fact that we just had to fight Devil and Popola and kill them,
Don't worry. I'm gonna be fine.
Emil's sacrificing himself for us.
Emil! Emil!
And Aegis reflects us away.
Emil! You jackass, get back here! Emil!
Oh dear. Kaine's so unstable. And Vice can't stop arguing with people. I hope they can hold it together once I'm gone. Well, I guess they'll just have to learn.
while you're in this void. His bubble that was protecting him is starting to crack under all of the everything.
I want to see you again. I want to see all of you again. Just one more time. I'm scared. I don't want to.
And Popula's gone. Devil is gone. And Emil's gone. A lot of people dying. So we can get to the Shadowlord. Even ignoring the people that died, like everyone in the area and everything like that, just getting through this castle, the King of Facade, Deviler, Popula, Emil. Successful test has been discovered and detained. Specimens Corporation has been requested according to the predetermined stipulations. Treatment of specimen will continue on a classified basis until we can determine wide... I think that's talking about NieR. In terms of when he became the original Gestalt. Speaking of, hey, hi Shadowlord. Now we know what you are. You're the original human that our NieR is based off with Yonah. We're wondering what the fuck you were when you just came in and wrecked everyone's shit in the village, and now we know exactly what you are. Another father doing what they can to protect their daughter. And we come back to our heroes. With very, very, very loose air quotes around that. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. That is fair.
Sure.
And NieR knows it. NieR trying to get his daughter back has resulted in a number of our friends dying. That's fair. A fair response. Also, the base load sucks, so I'm gonna change it back to the Phoenix Dagger, cause fuck that. So with that, with most of the main cast of the game so far being dead, let's do literally the only thing we can do at this point, and continue going. No time to mourn, no time to rest, just go. And also, before you move on for this room, you have to kill all these enemies who are trying to stop you. You know, these enemies that we now know are shades. You know how they're dropping shit like that? Perfect timing for it. You know how they're dropping a used coloring book? And why these ones are tiny? It's because it happened to kids too. Why they've been dropping, why the items that the shades drop are things like coloring books and dirty school books and like school bags and wristwatches and everything like that. It's because they're still humans. The ones that we just cut down them were the children. That's why they've got coloring books and shit on them and why they're small. There are a bunch of humans who tried to have the Gestalt process happen to them. And now they're shades. And we're attacking them. And I appreciate that after you find out what shades are, before you go fight the Shadowlord, they make you fight more shades again. This is the first time in the game that you've truly known what shades are. You know exactly what they are. And that's why they're see? She like broken wristwatches. That's why they're dropping that. Because they're humans. And have been the entire game. You know how people in the area were living amongst shades? Yeah. They were living among shades. Peacefully. Because the shades were humans. And we went in there and saw their shades. We have to exterminate them. And we blew up the entire town for it. You know how NieR constantly goes on about the one thing that he's good at in life is killing shades? Yeah. You know how he says that he will cut down every single shade that exists? Yeah. You know how he says that he's not going to, if he has to kill every single last shade to get to his daughter? Yeah. I mean, he didn't know it, but the whole time in his quest, he's been killing a shitload of humans. And like, yeah, it is explained that like a bunch of those, like, a bunch of the Gestalts have like kind of lost their minds. And that's why they're like attacking their replicants, and that was never intended either. That is true. We've still been cutting down humans by the thousands in this game. To rescue our daughter. Anyway, in this executive boardroom kind of thing, there's Yonah. Who you can tell has aged because it's been 5 years.
Yonah.
Hi, Shadowlord. A Gestalt who is doing everything they can just to protect their daughter. And a replicant who is doing everything they can just to protect their daughter. Don't get us wrong. The Shadowlord has been doing a lot of this too. The Shadowlord, like, the replicants at this point are living, conscious, breathing human beings too. The Shadowlord has been, like, controls the shades. And the Shadowlord has been making shades attack a lot of replicants. Attack the village at the beginning of the game to get Yonah. All of the people that that NieR has been killing to get back his daughter, the Shadowlord has been doing the exact same thing this whole time too. And we got another fight with NieR.
Tool hope to stand against the Shadowlord.
Hi, NieR.
Speak in such a manner, fool. I am nothing like you.
Hi there, NieR, once again, talking mad shit to us.
Coming!
So, we're not fighting Shadowlord just yet. Shadowlord's hovering above us there, making NieR attack us. So we've now cut down.
You too.
Hi there. You too. Alright, fight against Shadowlord begins. You know how the Shadowlord fucked us up earlier on in the game and they didn't even fight us? How we got torn apart in that halfway point? The Shadowlord never fought us there. Well, now it's time to fight the Shadowlord. Us, but a shade with a very, very durable body and a significantly larger mastery of the sealed verses than we ever had. Yeah, significant advantages of using the sealed verses over us. Rah! Jumping around, flying around, doing everything can to kill us. Flying around everywhere.
You all right?
Naturally, I am as fit as a
Fiddle. Ah!
Wait.
Hi, Yonah. You're awake and alive and older, but you're here. The person we've been going through all of this to help is here. And I don't see any black scroll on him either.
Dad.
Yonah.
The feeling NieR must have, and they slow it down as they ride past each other.
Dad. Stop. Please.
Gestalt Yonah
I don't
is
want
in
this anymore.
Replicant Yonah at
I
this
don't
point.
need someone else's body. I don't want it. There's another girl inside this body. I can hear her. She keeps crying. She says she wants to see her dad.
Yonah's been possessed?
This girl loves her father too, as much as I do.
Another part they didn't foresee. When a Gestalt takes over their replicant, the thoughts in the mind and existence of the replicant don't disappear. They're stuck within them still.
Are you Dad?
Yes, I am. Let's go home.
It's nice to see that the original Gestalt Yonah is very similar to the replicant Yonah, being incredibly, incredibly nice people. You know how we have all of the people leading up to this point, like the King of Facade and Emil, who have been people who have been willing to sacrifice themselves for other people?
I'm sorry.
Neither Gestalt or replicant NieR are like that.
I don't
But Gestalt
I don't know
Yonah
what to-
is.
I'm so very sorry. I love you, Dad. I love you.
And there goes Gestalt Yonah.
Hurry. The shade that possessed her is gone.
And everything the Shadowlord has been fighting for this whole time, like that, disappears. Hi, Shadowlord. And here is the fight.
You want me to
The
understand
actual final fight.
You think I'm gonna sympathize with you? I swore to protect my daughter and my friends. If someone puts them in danger, they must stand aside or be cut down. Come on, let's go.
And even after all of that, even after NieR understands everything about what the actual situation is, that this Gestalt is just after their daughter, just like NieR. After understanding that, after understanding how this situation came about, that they're copies to do all of that, and that both Gestalt and replicant NieR are after the same thing, their daughters. Even after all of that, NieR still turns around and says, I refuse to sympathize with you. I refuse to understand your points. You got in the way of me helping my daughter and my friends, so you will be cut down.
Brother. One moment, please.
You can't excuse
You
all
okay?
of the thousands of
Just
people
fine.
that NieR has been killing,
Alright,
both in
Mama.
terms of replicants and gestalts, up to this point, just on him not understanding. Because I mean, he still said that after the Eri, we had to push on. Even knowing, understanding what the Shadowlord is, and that the Shadowlord is in the exact same position as him, he still refuses to understand.
I hate cookbooks.
When I say it's cookbooks, I'm talking over this a lot, but I have to get my thoughts across there, because it's the right time
Let's
for it.
go out of the way. I have one final
If I didn't defeat the fight so
task
quickly that I have more
fulfill.
time to talk about, but whatever.
Why to stop him, of course. But after that, it's up to you. Only you can see this battle to its conclusion. I wish you luck, my friend.
You can't. I swore to fight by your side.
You are an exceedingly stubborn man. You know that, don't you? Perhaps that's why I've so enjoyed our time together. But I fear this is where our journey ends.
Vice,
Oh, and remember what I told you about using my full name?
Wow, guys.
Well, forget it. I've grown rather fond of Vice.
Aww.
Vice. I knew you'd come around.
Don't let it go to your head now.
Grimoire Weiss has lost all of his powers to drain all of the power from the Shadowlord. Grimoire Weiss in another long line of people who are sacrificing themselves so NieR can accomplish his goals. Which also means we're gonna do this completely on our own. No sealed verses, no nothing! Oh, right. You receive a lot of damage at this point. Attack the orbs so you can break through them. Attack! 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 Go! You just have to get to the end and attack the Shadowlord 3 times. It's the use of that meter system of breaking someone's meter taken to its most extreme and definitive conclusion that we've had this entire game. No magic, no powers, just attack the orbs, attack and get through. Ah! Defeat the Shadowlord and finish it so you can get your daughter. And you can hear the music changing. All of the music has been very bombastic with everything. We've now gone down to a single instrument for the final. And with that, the Shadowlord and the original Gestalt are dead. Along with most of our friends. And a fuckload of people. A world in flux. Defeat the Shadowlord. And then we get this weird little thing of going over here and talking to her like she's a side quest or something.
Yonah, are you all right?
No response.
Oh God, no.
Oh, please, the girl is fine.
Weiss! How are you still here?
Vice? Where are you? I can't see you.
That is because I have lost my physical form. Doubtless my voice will be the next to go, so listen closely.
You're still somehow here. Like, your final lingering moments of spirit are still
Your
here.
Yonah is safe. Do not mourn her, and do not give up hope. Instead, you must call her back to you.
How do I do that?
Use your memories. recall the times you spent with Yonah. Present her with proof that the two of you live still, and that your lives have meaning.
Proof that your existence means something. So all of this started because you had an existence that meant something.
I don't know.
Typical. But take heart. I know you can do it.
Alright,
What's
Yonah.
my favorite food?
You're not actually asked to remember what these are. But
What's
cookies!
my favorite book?
Storybook!
What's my magic storybook?
Yeah.
What's my favorite place?
Home!
As long as you're around.
Anywhere with Dad.
What's my favorite flower?
Oh, that's easy. It's the lunatic.
Of course.
Of course.
One more question. Who do I love more than anyone?
And we type it in. At the beginning of the game where we type in to choose our name, well, let's do it once more. No, let's type in the full thing. We won't shortcut it. NieR. We don't type in Dad, which I find is strange, but you type in the name that you typed in at the very beginning of the game. The only reason they make you choose a name. NieR. A neat moment of finish the game by typing in on a keyboard.
Dad.
But it works.
Yonah.
Is this my body?
Yes.
It's
Yours.
been
Yours
5
alone.
years, so you've grown a lot. You're now a teenager, so
Stronger than before. You look good.
Well,
that's the sick eye
you
patch.
haven't seen me for a long time.
Enjoy jumping into a body mid-puberty, Yonah.
Asleep?
I think so.
Wow. It's like I'm a princess from some fairy tale.
I'm so happy, Yonah. I'm so very happy.
Oh, Dad.
We got Yonah back.
Kaine?
Everything we've done, we
You
got
two
her
have
back.
a good life. Okay?
Where are you gonna go, Kaine?
No.
You could stay with us.
Thanks, but I'll pass. You know how it is. I got my own shit to take care of.
What do you mean?
Personal shit. That doesn't involve you. Take it easy, alright?
Kaine.
One person who didn't make a sacrifice of killing themselves for us. But
It's
Still gotta go.
beautiful. For the longest time, someone kept calling out to me, wanting to see the light. And now, we can finally see it.
NieR and Yonah are together again. Everything that we've done, we've finally been able to pull it off. Just don't think about the body count that exists to get to this point of friends and foes and innocent people. And back at the village. But also back in time. Luna's here. But I didn't bother growing because I was lazy.
Thanks, Dad. It's so sunny today.
Yeah. It sure is.
We can see the light. And the original Yonah and the Shadowlord. And with that, that is NieR. So as one of the things that I'll mention for this game, so we saw in loading screens of Yonah wanting to do stuff for her birthday with Dad. The date of that birthday was September 11th. And that is not a coincidence. Yoko Taro, the main director for the game, has said in interviews that part of his inspiration for this game was the events of the 9/11 terrorist attacks in America. From the sense of he created a game of the idea of unspeakable acts of horror and mass acts of violence towards people and killing people could be justifiable from that person's perspective if they have a particular perspective. Not to justify it to other people, but so they can justify it to themselves. And that's what the game is. For NieR to get his daughter back at the end, he had to start with killing a shitload of shades, who are all humans. He blew up the area, which was shades living peacefully with replicants, and killed all of those people, and said the important thing was to move forward. Getting through the Shadowlord's castle resulted in the deaths of Deviler and Popular, two people he considered friends, who had their own motives, which again, from their perspective, is justifiable in their actions. The King of Facade and his men all died so you could move forward. They sacrificed themselves. Emil sacrifices himself so you can continue going forward. Weiss sacrifices himself so he can help you take out the Shadowlord. And a lot of those sacrifices are his friends sacrificing themselves for his goals. Everyone does so much for NieR so he can accomplish his goals at the end. But not just that. So many people he strikes down to get there. And a lot of that, in terms of a lot of the shades being killed, the Shadowlord, a lot of that can be described as he didn't know that they were humans, and that is true. But even at the very end, when he understands what the Shadowlord is, when he understands that the Shadowlord is literally just like him because it is the original him, the original Shadowlord, all the original Shadowlord wants is to protect Yonah too. The original Shadowlord still has shades, kill a fuckload of replicants and do all of this shit to get replicant Yonah back, because the original one still only cares about protecting Yonah. At the beginning, when all the shades are appearing and he's wiping them all down, pretty sure he knows at that point that they're humans, but still doesn't care because they're getting in the way of my Yonah, so they have to be cut down. So when NieR gets to the end of the game and understands that the Shadowlord is the same as him, just someone trying to fight for their daughter, and when that daughter is then lost because again, Gestalt Yonah sacrifices herself for replicant NieR and replicant Yonah. Yoko Taro, director, there we are. But even when he understands that, NieR goes out of his way to say, do you think I'm going to feel sorry for you? Do you think I'm going to have sympathy for you? No. You are in the way of my daughter, and I will still cut you down. Even when he understands that there is no difference between the two. So even if NieR could understand that the Shades were humans before, his actions would not have been changed. And both NieR and the Shadowlord are guilty of that same shit. And also, the way the world has been designed in this game is designed so that there is no such thing as a good ending. All the Gestalts got fucked with the white chlorination syndrome, so they separated themselves. And from that point on, shit was just fucked. Nothing could have been helped from that point to help everyone. The replicants developing their own consciousness both results in the Gestalts relapsing and losing their humanity and going violent, but also resulting in the replicants developing the Black Scroll. The Gestalts taking over the replicant's body means taking over the life of a person who was there, who is still trapped there. We saw that with Yonah at the end. There is no ending for the Gestalts or the replicants that doesn't result in completely and utterly fucking over the other one, and then, as a result of that, themselves. Like, the world is built in such a way that good ending can't exist. Because the sheer nature of how it ended up playing out, which the people who originally designed it couldn't predict. The result is just that the situation is gonna be fucked, no matter what. But despite all of that, despite so much being on the line for all Gestalts and all replicants, the most important Gestalt and the most important replicant of NieR and Shadowlord don't care. And NieR says as much. He says at the beginning of the game when he's fighting for Yonah, and the thing that is the playlist description for this series and why I kept it there. As I didn't come up with any of my own things of, oh, this is what NieR is. I straight up quoted the game and quoted the main character. Because that description for the playlist of the speech that NieR gives about protecting his daughter is his driving thing for everything that he does in the game and his justification for everything. He says as much as the beginning, where the world is dying. There is famine everywhere. The Black Scroll is breaking. Wow. Our world is dying. And he says, but none of that concerns me. So even though him fighting the Shadowlord has massive consequences for everyone, he still doesn't care. Because his daughter is still the most important thing to him, and he doesn't care what happens to everyone else, so he can get that. And again, the Shadowlord is the same. So much is at stake for so many people, and the two most important people at the center of it do not care. And they justify their actions because they want their daughter. And that's why the game's inspired by 9/11. To a different extent. Of, if you have the right perspective, you can justify to yourself as horrible an action as you can possibly think of. You just need a mindset that you can justify yourself to it, and then you can go through with it. And it's fucked. Exit the clear data screen. Yeah. Ending B! Load your clear data after completing the game to be able to experience Kaine's story. This game is not finished yet. This is not the finale despite what the title says. We're gonna load up the game and play through part of it once again so we can see Kaine's story. This LP is not finished yet. There is more to understand about the nature of all of this. There is still a lot to understand. So we shall understand it.